History of microbiology. What is microbiology? It is the study of microorganisms. What are microbes? The organisms which are not visible with the human eye, or the organisms which are visible only with a magnifying device like microscope. What are the different kinds of microbes? They include algae, bacteria, cyanobacteria, fungi, protozoans, of course, viruses, the most famous villain which is playing a role in the name of corona. You might have heard about corona. Over the last 2 years, 4 variants have released. So such a huge significance is there for viruses in microbiology. When this microbiology started, obviously it is in the 3rd century BC when the surgeon Hippocrates defined or discussed about infections and disease. That initiation by Hippocrates in 3rd century is considered as the beginning of microbiology. Where can we see these microorganisms? They are present everywhere. In the context of corona, we are using mask. Why? To protect our nose or to protect from microorganism which will enter through breathing. If they are present everywhere, what is a good atmosphere? They will grow anywhere, they will get good food, moisture, and an optimum temperature. So the microorganisms are very specific that they need an optimum temperature, they need required amount of nutrients and the optimum moisture. In such a condition, they will grow. That is the reason why when the temperature is high, microorganisms fail to grow. Where can we see them? They are present in air, soil, water, fresh and ocean. On the food we eat, on the surface of our body, within the alimentary canal. Many of them are helpful. The microorganisms which we live in our intestine are probiotics. They help the digestion and they are required for our body. Then there are cyanobacterians. So all these different kinds of microorganisms are present in almost all media, air, soil, water, everywhere we can see the microorganisms. The most heard one is bacteria, which are having a size of 0.2 to 1.5 micrometer, which are having prokaryotic cellular assembly, that is, they do not have an organized nucleus, which are unicellular or they live in a colonial form. Example, streptomycetes, streptococcus. The internal structure is very simple. They can grow in an artificial media within the laboratory. They undergo reproduction. This is bacteria. They cause different kinds of diseases. Then viruses are again smaller organisms having a size of 0.015 to 0.2 to nanometer. They cannot grow in an artificial media. Why? As viruses are parasitic. Viruses have a parasitic mode of nutrition. They can only complete their life cycle as a parasite. Hence, they are not capable of living in a media, but they will live on host organisms. So if we want to culture virus, we initially grow bacteria or any kind of cells. Then on that cell, the virus will be infected so that the virus will grow on this cell. Otherwise, we cannot grow virus. That is a great struggle in learning viral structure and details. Viruses are obligate parasite and they can be observed only through electron microscopy. They are capable of causing various diseases in human, animals, and plants. They also infect other microorganisms. See, for example, you might have heard about bacteriophages. What are bacteriophages? Bacteriophages are virus which infect on bacteria. They are called bacteriophages. Then coming to fungi. Fungi are belonging to eukaryotes. They are unicellular and their body is called hyphae. They can be grown or they can be cultivated in an artificial media. They do both sexual and asexual reproduction. And fungi are broadly called as molds. Mold. When we see on the bread, when we keep the bread, moist bread, we can see the growth of black colored fur like growth, and that is mucor. That is a fungi that is called mold. They can be unicellular or multicellular, and they are also capable of causing diseases. Now again there comes a group of microorganisms called protozoans. Their size vary from 2 to 200 micrometer, and they are also eukaryotic organisms. They reproduce by asexual and sexual method. They can cause disease, and they are also fed by aquatic animals. Their size will be 1 micrometer to or then there is algae, green algae or blue green algae. They are also belonging to microorganism. So this microbiology includes study of bacteria, fungi, protozoa, virus and algae. What are the points of study in microbiology? Whenever we speak about microbiology, microbiology deals with structure, reproduction and functional aspect of microorganism. How we see a microorganism, how their wall is made up of, what is the internal structure of microorganism, how they do metabolism, what is the mode of life cycle, how do they reproduce. All these are the point of study or all these are the objectives of microbiology. Secondly, how can we control the growth of a microorganism? That is very significant as microorganisms are capable of causing diseases. As microorganisms cause various diseases, how can we control this microorganism? That is a challenging area which is under the purview of microbiology studies. Third one is, how can we use these microorganisms in industry? We know a lot of industry like brewers industry, bakery, then wine making. All these industries are using microorganisms a lot for various aspects. So the use of microorganisms in industry is also a study area of microbiology. So all these are different aspects what we cover under microbiology. So microbiology deals with the structure, function and characteristics of microorganism, the control measures of microorganism, especially control measures for disease causing microorganism. Thirdly, use of microorganisms, use of microbes in various industries. The history of microbiology can be divided into discovery era, transition era, golden era and modern era. So that means the overall history, for convenience, the overall history of development of microbiology can be classified into discovery era, കണ്ടുപിടുത്തങ്ങളുടെ കഴിവ്, transition era, അതിൻ്റെ രൂപാന്തരണം നടന്ന സമയം, golden era, സുവർണകാലം, പുതിയ എറ, ഏറ്റവും പുതിയ കണ്ടുപിടുത്തങ്ങൾ, modern era. So this is the heading under which we will discuss this topic. First one is discovery era. So 384 മുതൽ 322 വരെ കാലയളവിൽ, during the period of Aristotle, there was a belief that